session recorded. Okay. So as of now, you guys have understood the working architecture, coding architecture, and also you guys have learned about locators. So can anyone tell me what is a locator? Anyone? Guys, please be interactive. Okay. What is a locator? What is a locator?
In
It is
order
used to
sorry,
Yeah, anyone. Go ahead. No issues.
is Sujit there? Amitabh? In order to navigate between the XML files to access a specific element, we use locators in Xpath.
To get the GUI objects, we use locators like ID, using class name, using name, and CSS tag name.
Yeah, those are different
Like
types of
that.
locators. So what is a locator? That's my question.
It is used to HTML element to get that HTML element for use. We can having the locators for each object, GUI object.
Okay, cool. Got it. So see guys. So what is happening? If you are doing UI automation, that means you have to interact with UI elements, right? So every UI element has their own unique some like if I have a house and I live in India, then there must be something unique which is making to point out how can I identify my house, right? My pin code is the first thing. After entering my pin code, I will go to my locality, then my road, then my house number, right? So just like that, there have to be some ways to filter out some particular element also from a web page, correct? So the different ways to get an element or to locate an element are called locators. So there are different types of locators, as Primavati maybe was saying, that that might be ID, name, class name, tag name, with CSS, with partial text, XPath. Okay. So there might be multiple ways. So among these all locators, ID is the fastest one. Okay, please remember this. ID is the fastest locator. Okay. So now the first question comes how to and mostly use locators are XPath. Okay, ID is the fastest one, but mostly people will use the XPath. So now the question comes how to write an XPath. So first of all, we have to know what is an XPath. So XPath can be of two types. Is my screen visible? One is
Yes,
absolute
yes.
XPath.
Yes,
Other one is relative XPath.
relative XPath.
Yes. Can anyone tell me what is absolute XPath?
It starts from the root of the file.
Root of the file.
Starting
From the document object model.
Okay, it start with the root of document object model or DOM file, right?
Yes.
Starts from the root. And what is relative?
It's the middle of the document object model.
Okay, so from any point
Current
you
child.
can start, right? Okay, any other pointers for absolute XPath and relative XPath?
starts with single slash for absolute expert, relative expert starts with double slash.
Absolute XPath goes with single slash and relative XPath goes with double slash.
Double slash.
So can anyone tell me what is this single slash means and this double slash means?
Single slash represents the root and double slash represents the current node.
Current node.
Okay, cool. So just to add some pointers, the single slash in any locator or in HTML document when you are going through one by one. So single slash means direct child. Okay. Direct child. And double slash means relative child. So for better understanding, I'll show you one second. I'll share my screen. Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Okay. Second. Okay, so this is the DOM, right? This is the total DOM. Okay, let's go to the login page so that it's easily understandable. Yeah, send. So now, what is the root of this HTML? HTML, right? This total DOM has the root of HTML, correct? Everyone, please respond. Okay, no issue. So
Yes.
from HTML, what are the direct childs? HTML has two childs. You can see head and body, right? They are direct child of the HTML. One is head, one is body. Are you getting me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So HTML is the main parent. After that, direct child is head and body. So basically, if you hover your mouse, you can see that head doesn't contain anything as of now, and body contains the whole page. So that means if I want to do anything, just suppose I want to go to the email. Okay. So I'll go to what? I'll go to the body. So I'm taking direct child, right? So I'll go for body, HTML body. That's because I got a direct child. That's why I gave a single slash. Okay. Always remember, absolute experts are not only about starting from the root. Absolute experts are one more thing, that absolute expert will always go direct child by child. Okay. It will never skip a parent. Never. That's why they are called absolute expert. So from HTML, then body, then we'll enter the body first. So let's enter the body first. I entered the body. Now body has how many childs? This 5 childs. Okay. You can see, right? With the same liner on the same level, they are 5 childs. 2 scripts and 2 division, 1 non-script. So now, so this script, does it contain the email box? No. This script? No. This division? Yes. Can you see that when I hover my mouse, it's getting selected? Again? No. So this div. So this is, so among this direct child, this is the third child, right?
Yes.
And this is the first division. So according to the division, this is the first one. So you can choose to give like this division first, or else because it's first, you don't have to give anything. Okay. It doesn't matter if you give, but I'll say you can give for your best practice. Now I entered this one. Now this division has 3 childs, direct childs. 1 div, 2 scripts. So I can see already the first div is the answer, right? So let's go and write that. I think we can do one thing. Let's not write here. Wait a second. Let's click here, Control F. So we have done HTML, then body, then div. We are giving 1, right? So let's give 1. Then again the div. So now we have entered till here. Okay. One second. Let's close. Yes, the first div, we are here now. Now inside this, let me close. Yeah. Inside this, you can see there are 3 childs, right? So this is the first child, this is the second child, and this is the third child. So we need which one? Second one, right? To reach to the email box.
Yes.
Everyone,
Yes,
dead people, you are
Yes,
getting it
sir.
right. Don't be dead. Okay, please be interactive. I know it's morning, but try to be interactive. So you are getting how I'm getting. Like this is the parent. It has 3 direct childs. So when I hover my mouse, I can see that first div is not my email box, not contained my email box. Second div, it contains my email box. So to give to the second, to go to the second div, what I have to do? I have to give div, and within braces, I have to give the 2.
Index. Okay.
No, it's not index. Index starts with 0. Index starts with 0. It's not starts with 0. It always goes up number. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay. So I entered here. Now let's go inside it. So it has only one div. So I don't have to do anything, right? So only one div. So let's go with div. I entered. Now after this div, I have two divs. You can see the first div is on that little selected part, and this div contains the other part. So that means there is a second div again, right? So again goes to second div. Now see, it's selected. Now I entering this. Now it has one div only, nothing else. This is a comment and this is the div. So only div again. I entered the div quick. Now it has three. So the first div contains my email box. Second div contains that new to Amazon text, not text, only link actually. And this span, create your Amazon account. So I need the first one to reach my email box, right? So let's go to the first one again. Guys, are you getting it or like, okay, let him.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
He has too much time in morning. And now div form, it contains the email. So let's enter the form. Now inside the form, we have to check which one. So inside the form, yes, got it. Inside the form, we have inside the form only. Yes, this is the div which has it. So let's give the div. Okay, it's you can see if I give enter, it's getting selected. That means it's correct. So we have entered to this div. Now under this, we have another div which is getting here. That's why people don't use absolute expert. Anyway, so we entered this div. Now we have another div. Okay, one more div. Okay, let's enter this. Now, after entering this, we have three. You see, three div. First div contains the email and the spaces and the text around it. The second div contains the continue and the privacy policy. The third last div contains the need help. So we need the first one, right? Because it contains the email box. So again, we'll just say div. Now after this, there is a label, there is an input, there is an input for password. We can't see it here as of now. We'll come to this later. And there is div. So which one we need? Under this div, we need which one? This input one, right? This input tag, because it has the email box. So I'll say input. You got it, right? So now it has two inputs. You can see input one, input two. So it's saying the XPath is not unique yet. It's saying one of two, right?
first one.
So always remember, if you don't do anything, okay. 1 second. One second, guys. Okay. So always remember, when the XPath is not unique, okay, if you use this XPath, okay, what will happen? It will always go to the first one. Okay. That's why when I use the first div, I didn't give index anymore. You remember when I had the first div, I didn't give like braces one. Why? Because it will always go to the first one. Okay. But just suppose I need the second one, then you have to give the index. But to make, always try to make the XPath unique. So I gave at the last input one. Now it's saying one of one. That means it's unique. In total DOM, there is only one XPath on this, and it's getting, if you give enter, it's getting selected on there. So I came to the text box. Okay. So this total thing, Control A, Control C, let's go to Notepad++. Control N. I'll clear the drawing and Control V. Sorry, Control V. So the whole thing you are seeing here is nothing but an absolute XPath. You see, I have started from the parent HTML. One second. Again. Okay, so I have started from the root HTML. Then one by one, I have gone through direct child. So HTML has direct child as a header, head and body. I went to body. From body, there might be multiple childs. I entered this one. So like that, I have went one by one with direct childs. Is it clear? So this type of, I didn't hear yes, no, I don't understand. You can shout. So,
Yes, sure, Mitam. Got it.
so these are called absolute XPaths because they don't have, you haven't left one single tag or attribute behind. Okay, you have went one by one and you have got the total from parent to the wherever the your locator is still there. You have got all the elements and you have went one by one from parent to child and with direct child tag. This single slash means direct child. That's why it's called absolute XPath. Okay, now if people ask you that I don't need absolute XPath and people don't use it, that's the truth. So what people do use? People do use relative XPath. Why relative XPath? Relative XPath is very easy to connect. First of all, relative XPath always starts with, okay, one second. Relative XPath always starts with double slash. Why? Double slash means indirect child. I told you, right? Indirect child. Indirect means I don't know who is the parent of this particular attribute. Just give me that. Okay. Here we have shown, right? If you see here we have shown one second that HTML is a parent, body now is a child. Now body is parent of division 1. Division 1 is parent of div. Like that we have done. But if we use the indirect child like double slash, then what will happen? It will not understand that who is the parent, who is the child, where from it's coming, it doesn't matter anymore. Okay, just it will give you the idea. Okay, so now let's go to the browser. So if you see here, so we need this one, right? So let's inspect it directly. We came to inspect. So when we came to inspect, we are seeing this one. We are seeing that tag is what? Input, right? Everyone, are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
So we are seeing the tag is input, right? I don't know who is my parent. I don't know who is the parent of this input, who is the grandparent of input, what is the basic root of input. It doesn't matter. So I will say there is an indirect child input. Okay. There is an indirect child input. What is showing? 1 of 12. That means in this total DOM, there are 12 inputs available. Okay. Hello.
Yes.
There are 12 inputs which are available in this total DOM. But I need this one, correct? But I need this one only. So how can I make it? So you see, these are called tags. This div, input, whatever you are seeing on this violet, like violetation, these are called tags. Okay. Every tag has its attribute. So these are attributes. Type, attribute, max length, attribute, ID, attribute, name, attribute, tab index, attribute. So, yes. So these all things are attributes. So every tag, mostly on 99% cases, will have an attribute. Okay. And those attributes works as a key and value pair. Okay. So you know, like we have a map collection, right? Which has a key and value pair. So like that, the attributes also has a key and value pair. You see, key type, value email, key name, value email, Okay, what is the function of this attribute? The function of these attributes are to make the tags unique. Okay, so now this input I need. Okay, let's take one attribute which is making this unique. What do you think? This is an email box. So that means I can take the type email or name email or even ID app email. These are making this input unique, right? Because this is an email box. So I have to give the attribute. So within the square braces, you have to give with @ attribute name. So maybe name attribute name means any attribute you can choose. So type equals to, and you have to give the value within quotes, then close the brace. Why it's not taking? Okay, I
Single
did.
quotes.
Now you see it's 1 of 1 directly, and it's selecting it. So how to write relative XPath? So the steps are, first thing, 1 second. Yeah. First thing, get the tag name. So I got the tag name. For me, tag name was input, correct? First, I located the element. I saw for this, the tag is input, right?
Yes, sir.
Second, we have to find some attribute which is making it unique. We need one attribute. Now the syntax is / because I don't know from which parent it will come, right? I don't know this input is from which parent is coming, right? There was 12 inputs. So I said I need input tag which has the attribute of tag name equals to email. That's it. Now what will happen? It will search in the whole DOM and check there should be an input tag which has an attribute of tag name and with the value of email. Okay. Is it clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Are you sure? Okay. So let's try to get this continue button. Okay. You guys do with me. So for what I'll do first, I'll go and inspect it. Okay. I inspect it. So now, what is the tag for it? Input, right? So again, I'll give / input. Now, if you see here 1 of 12 again, so let's come down one by one. I came to the email. You can see on the left side, it's getting highlighted. Now I came to the password. I came to the hidden. I came to the continue button. So this is my input I need. So now I have given the tag name. What else I need? I need to give one attribute, right?
Unique
Make
attribute.
it unique. So what can I take? I can take type submit. I can take the ID continue.
ID continue.
Yeah.
I will continue.
To write the attribute, I have to give within the square bracket with @
ID.
ID.
ID
Then
ID
equals to
equal to continue.
under quotation continue.
Continue.
Continue. Brackets
That's it.
close.
You see,
One.
it's now 1 of 1. That means it has find out, okay, there is an element which has a tag of input, and with the input tag, there should be an attribute which will call as ID pair continue. ID values continue. So that's how you get an relative XPath. Everyone got the idea, right? So
Yes.
XPath can be written on 17 ways. Okay. There are 17 ways to write an XPath. So I can't show every one of them, but mostly people will use only the relative XPath. Okay. Sometimes what happens? Sometimes we are searching for attribute, right? Here. We are searching for attribute. Sometimes what will happen? Just suppose this ID is not there and this type is not there. Okay. Just suppose. I'm saying suppose. So if ID and type is not there, Can you confirm me that any of these other attributes are constant or can find it out? No, because they might change. It's tab index. Tab index means that when you are pressing tab on the 5th number, this continue will come. Okay. On the 5th press of tab, this will come. But if they add something new here, just suppose they add the Amazon logo here again. So will it be same anymore? Your script will fail after the upgradation, right? They do an upgrade. This class is not constant. It will change. It will come with experience only. So I'm not saying that you will understand on the first day. But whenever you are trying to get an attribute, try to get that one which you know that it will not change. Because the type submit, will it ever change? No, because it's a submit type button, right? It's ID continue. Will it change? No, because this is the continue button itself. But one more thing will also never change. Can anyone tell me what is that? In this button, will never change. They will not change one thing.
Name. The continue name.
I don't see name here. Anyone?
ID.
In most of the buttons, you can see it. Even this button has it. You don't have to look at the DOM even. You can see from here. This button has it. This button has it. Both of the buttons has it. What is that? That is the text. The text itself inside it. Continue. If you have a login button, will they change the login text itself? No, right? Because it's a login button. If you have a continue button, will they change the text itself? No, because it's a continue button. Where is the text? Now you'll ask. So in the DOM, wherever you see the black text, these are black. You see, right? The continue. You can see, right? Hello, did people?
Yes, sir.
Whatever you see on the black ink, all are text. Okay, all. Wherever you see, everything is a text. It's not only text, even you can change them. Okay, I'll not change it. First, let's do this. So you can see the continue button, right? So now your question would be, I needed this button. When I inspected it, it came to the input, but the text is not input. Text is outside the input, right?
Yes.
Are you guys with me at all?
Yes. Yes.
Yes, sir.
So what is happening here? So you see, if I inspect this button, of course it's coming to input, but it's on the same span. You see, the span is covering the whole button. If you, when I'm mouse is on span, it's covering the whole button. Input is covering, it's a lesser area. The span is covering the more lesser area. You can see the difference,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
That means it's this whole span is controlling that button. Okay. So either way, if you click here also, that will be okay. You get me, right? If you click on this span particular tag, it will be okay because it's inside the button only. The continue text is not outside the button. Like here, the email or phone number, it's outside of the box. So if I find this out, it will not work because I need this box one. But here the button, the text continue is inside the button, right? So to get the text, so I saw my text was inside the span, right? So I got to the span. Okay, there is only, okay, 1 of 11. So this is the first one. So span I got. Now to write the text, what you have to do? It directly came up. This one, yes. So to write the text, what we have to do? Text is also an attribute. Okay. Oh my God. One second. Hello, Anda.
Hey, hi, Amitabh. You become the host, Amitabh. I thought, like, I can able to see you what you are telling. So you are the host, so that's why you saw me.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So yeah. So if we need the text, so this text continue contains into the span tag, right? So we gave the tag name. So text is also an attribute, right? So we'll give the square braces. But for text, we don't need to give the @ sign. Okay, just write the text and give the like open braces and close the braces. Then text equals to, just inside the code, give the text exactly how it is. Okay, you can't, like, it's case sensitive because it needs the exact text. So you can write as continue. Then close it. Okay, it's not getting because of the space maybe.
Space.
Control C, copy it from there directly. B. Still not getting out. Why? Span text continue. Don't know. It should get it. Okay, let's try with another button. One second. The space or problem. Can we have any other button? This link will work also. Yeah, this link will work. So let's go with this link as of now. I'm showing as an example. So this is also inside the span. I have a text need help, right? So here also the spaces. Why? Let's take span. I gave square braces, text, open braces and closed, and I have to give need help. Right? No, text are not coming.
We can
Okay,
use sometimes.
One second. Yeah.
We can use sometimes.
No, actually, I don't know why, but because of the spaces, actually, the spaces, you can see the spaces when you select. So we are not giving the exact spaces, maybe. That's what. But mostly it will work. Okay, that's the syntax. So how there was 1 second. Yeah, the syntax is you have to give the tag name and you have to give within the braces text equals to then the text. That's it. So these are the ways to locate one element. So we have learned the absolute XPath, then we have learned the relative XPath. So any doubt on this? Anyone?
No.
Like I am only hearing 2 or 3 voices. Other voices are so silent or they're sleeping.
No,
No.
sir.
No, sir.
No.
Okay. So we have 1.5 minutes on this meeting anyway. So can you guys join back on the same link? Anna, if you want, you can also join. Please join back on the same meeting.
Okay.
Yeah, please.